to art school. They said,
All right, here we go. Oh man, I'm turning it backwards. I should have left that off. Here we go. Is this back to the beginning? I think it's back to the beginning. All right, yeah, this is the beginning.
Lions Club.
Ski toe. Lions Club ski toe, right on. Wipe out right there, somebody.
when I went to art school, they said if you walk in a house or see a color and it catches your eye, that's wrong. It should all blend in. And she has that stupid white couch. It looks ugly.
Oh, haven't been in her house to know. Care.
Well, she had a picture of it.
It's stupid to have it because she has those damn dogs now.
Did you come out? You never came out to the ski toe, did you, Mom?
No.
Yeah, I don't know if that was me or not.
I
I don't think that was me either. I think this was when I was just starting to learn, and Dad gave me those wooden skis that didn't even have any holders on them. We had big rubber bands that would go around my feet and the skis, and that's what I was learning on. And then Dad bought us both skis. That might have been me. Now, that's Mrs. Eastman.
Jeannie Eastman.
I think so. I'm almost positive of it. There's me. And there's those wooden skis.
Cabin up on the hill behind the golf course.
And we went to that that room back there that was the motor room with all the gears in it. And he found a guy that had some rubber bands, and we put rubber bands around my skis and around my feet. And that's what I used to learn. That's the goofiest thing. You remember you had to walk about a football field's distance or more to get back there from the parking lot.
I never went up there.
Across the
There's a
golf course.
Yeah. It was right beside the golf course. I remember I was golfing one time. I discovered that one of the ski toe things. What the heck is that? Yeah, it was a hell of a walk in there.
I thought the Lions Club put up a ski lift.
Yeah, they did.
There was
Pulls you up, rope.
Yeah, it wasn't a lift, it was a rope tow. I think you might see it in here. That's what we always used to do, man. We'd go straight down the hill. Because there was no, I mean, you never gain more speed than you can handle, really. People end up wiping out once in a while. There's some little streaks of color in here, too. I couldn't get it to change. I was recording it off of the screen that Dad provided. There's the pump room right there, or not the pump room, the motor room, and right beside there was the kiddie toe. And there's where the concession stand was. They had a big fire in there. Excuse me, they had a big fire in there, and that's where you could get hot cocoa.
I never was up there.
Well, and that was the baby hill right there. And see the rope? Watch that person on the left. They grab the rope, and it's like skiing uphill. And this was me trying to straighten my rubber bands out, I think. I don't know. No, I didn't have any, I think that was, I can't remember having any poles before, though. That's right, go 2 feet, fall on your ass. Go 2 feet, fall on your ass.
Yeah, you had poles.
That was the big lift. That was one of the larger ones that went up to the motor house from about the lowest point in the whole place. And I remember her, she was from the high school. I remember she was a high school student. Yeah. I think you look back on the website for Clifton Fine Central School from back in the 50s, late 50s, early 60s. You see her picture in there.
Peterson.
Well, yeah, Peterson, might have been Peterson. Yeah. I don't know what those little buildings were, probably outhouses or something. Yeah. And Jones and Laughlin built that for the community, didn't they?
I guess.
They got the big equipment up there, and there's Jimmy Sidlecki. They got the big heavy equipment up there and cleared trees and everything. And there's the toes. That was for the intermediate hill right there. After you finish doing the little hill, you go down that hill. You can make it down that hill, you're on your way. Oh, Mary Castagnazzi. Remember her, Mary Castagnazzi from Wanakina. Her and Jeff Emmel were boyfriends and girlfriends there for a while.
Before my time.
Oh, okay, we shifted gears again, and now are way back when.
Yeah, this is
When were you
this
born?
is Baby Bobby in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, when were you born, baby Bob?
50.
1950. So this is a video from 1950.
Maybe.
Yeah. 1950.
I don't know if this is
My little baby.
the house on East Street, or is that the one that was on Chautauqua Street?
Chautauqua.
Chautauqua Street. What was the address?
Or
I
she's
know.
trying to drown
You
me.
don't remember?
She's trying to drown me.
Yeah, I remember getting baths in the sink.
How could you remember you were a baby?
I remember getting baths in the sink. I remember
Yeah,
lots
that
of stuff.
was when you're 22 years old.
Bobby. I saw Bobby's penis.
Yeah, maybe.
Bobby's penis.
It was a place on East Street was across from the theater, and then the place in Chautauqua had all the step backyards with tires around trees, holding the tree in.
It still looks like baby Bobby.
Yeah. It's about the size of what I got now.
Mm-hmm. Look, he's just as happy as he can be.
You were so cute.
You gotta make a copy of this for Mary.
This is your copy.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna edit this audio onto this. But some of the older film, it was really hard to, and see this little thing that came in there? I didn't know where the hell that came from, that little.
Dirt on the.
No, it wasn't, and I think it was on the film itself. In the,
Oh,
like
this
the
is the one
development
that's-
of it.
That's that duck was so cute.
Yeah.
Those are my cousins sticking their asses in. Kathy and
You'll see one with the cousins when
Yeah,
you're
they-
about 3 years old or something, or you're toddlers in their backyard.
that's Chucky.
Oh, there we go. That is
It's
Chucky.
Chucky.
Chucky's older than you?
Yeah, year and a half.
Just about a year.
He and Terry are both the same age. They were twins. And that's the other cousin on his other side.
Yeah, I
What's
know.
his name? What was
I remember who you're talking about.
Yeah, I bought these matching twins thing.
That's Kathy behind me.
Yo, baby Bobby. He's fine.
We're done.
Where's my brother?
Get the damn light out of my
Where's
eyes.
my brother, baby Ricky?
There's no baby Ricky at this point. There's just me. And all these people bothering me.
Yeah, this is Toddler. And we're getting a black and white film. Went from color to black and white on this bad boy.
That was at Nana's yard.
Oh.
Nana had a yard. Oh, in the
backyard.
Oh, where she was living on Queen Street.
Yep.
That was it was the third floor?
Second
No,
floor.
second floor. Queen Street. What was it? 39 Queen Street, something like that. Was right across from that gas station and the YWCA.
Yep, you can see the cars going by in the back. 52, 53 here, I guess.
Is that where the arch is?
You can see the road in the back.
Oh yeah, that's the arch. There's like this weird little arch and this narrow pathway that you could walk down.
What was the neighbor's name? Downstairs? Mom?
I forget her name.
She took care of us all the time down there.
So we should see
Maybe
Nana and Papa in this film too, huh?
Kuntz, maybe, right?
Yeah, might be.
Kuntz.
What the? There we go. We got
Any
some
Chihuahua.
a little chihuahua. Little chihuahua.
No idea who the girl is.
Yeah.
I wonder, is that Dean? Mother?
What?
Was that Dean? She said. Bobby said.
The boy.
Yeah, who is Dean Seitz? I remember that name.
Dean Seitz was Nana's uncle, I think.
Not his uncle.
The Dean you got from your name was from Aunt Lottie had a boy named Dean.
You know
Yeah.
what he did?
And Aunt Lottie was really Nana's cousin.
And where are we now? I think we shifted gears
Oh,
completely.
no.
'Cause this looks like the front of somebody's house.
So that's what I thought it was. Aunt Lottie or...
I don't know who this guy is.
Who was my friend on... I can't remember the kid's name.
Yeah, I don't know. Mom, who was
Chautauqua Street. Chautauqua Street, Mother.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
They lived down the street from us. He was a couple years older than me.
I think his name was Arthur or something.
You never wore any pants way back then, did you,
I was
Mark?
out with whoever it is.
Daddy. That's a red-headed daddy right there. Can't tell, but I
No
know.
idea who these people are. Do you have any idea who they are, Nana? Because
It's hard for me to remember yesterday.
Probably you're holding the camera.
All right, Chihuahua. Take a little wit on Daddy and make us all laugh. Oh yeah, we got another baby in here too. I don't know whose it is.
It's a lady.
This was they were people that Daddy went to school with, and they came over and they had their little baby there.
Yeah, we got some pictures, a lot of pictures of this baby, but you'll see parts of him where the head's getting cut off and stuff. I think that the lens viewers and stuff
They
like
were-
that, and those cameras, some of them were off a little bit.
They were younger than Daddy, these guys, and they used to call your dad Pop when he was going to pit. They were going to pit
Because
with
he
your
went back
father.
to pit on the GI Bill. He was older than the normal kids when that age.
There's baby Bobby.
And that's
We
not baby
can't
Bobby.
get off the. It isn't. That is baby
Maybe
Bobby
it is,
right
yeah.
there. Okay, there's baby Bobby and baby Daddy.
That's back when Alton had hair
Right, yeah, out in
that
that
looked like
red.
his father's hair.
Mhm,
It looks like Merritt's hair.
does. That's a pretty good shot right there.
We're in some park.
All right, so you got to be this got to be 1952, something like that.
When you
right?
kids learn how to walk, you look like a drunk.
Summer of 52, I'm guessing.
Looking at that left leg and figuring
Yeah.
how much it hurts right now. Don't hit the kid with a stick.
There we go.
Pull his hair out.
You remember this, Bob?
I
Yeah,
have no idea.
sure, Bobby remembers all this.
You'd push Daddy up, and then you'd push him down.
And then sit on his dick.
Hey, we're recording this.
His
This-
penis!
This is PG-13. Or it's PG, I don't want it to be PG-13.
Can even see a couple of your sons face in Dad. Profile.
There's this little baby.
That was a baby of one of the
Yeah.
guys that went to pit with him.
Oh.
Gucci Gucci.
Yeah, buddy, baby Bobby.
Is it still snowing out there?
It hasn't stopped.
Yeah, we got a lot of snow today. That's right, Mommy. We'll stay and watch video. Okay, Bob, here we made the shift. We're here with our cousins.
I remember that
So
ball.
this has got to be the next summer. This has got to be when you're
That's
3 or
Terry.
4.
Yeah, it's Terry
Yeah.
probably
What do you figure?
4 years old. Terry without a top on, right?
That
Yeah.
was up at my brother's.
Before we moved.
Well, where at your brother's? That's not on Marshall Avenue.
No, they had a different house.
Isn't that in Chautauqua?
It's off of Perrysville Avenue.
Okay, so they lived at a house off Perrysville.
Yeah.
Bobby's getting a little ticked off because he's not getting enough ball time here. And Chucky's just stealing him. That's
Chucky
it.
took
Job.
There, Chucky stole it from from his sister. Terry, she's all pissed off. There she is. Yeah, there's Bobby. There's the lower lip, man, the whole thing, the whole deal. Chucky's got the ball. We don't got the ball. All right. Now we got the boys all dressed up now. You checking out this action, Bobby?
Yep. That's my friend that lived next to us on Chautauqua.
Yeah, I forget his name.
I remember we used Dad's car as a slide. Slid down the hood, scratched it up. Dad was pissed.
Good. Another transition. Okay, moving ahead in time, and Mom's dressed up to the max again. Where are we?
Back in Storybook Forest.
Storybook Forest or something, right? Not the Enchanted Forest, but Storybook Forest, right?
Or North
Something
Pole.
like that. North Pole. Might be. I wish you'd get the damn thing in focus. There we go. That was one of the hardest things to copy in the video, but there's Dad. That's a pretty good picture, Daddy. You get out of that light there. Little tears. That wonderful.
Oh, that deer just had a baby. That was North Pole.
Yeah. Salmon flag.
Now, this is Uncle was there, I think. North Pole.
Could be.
You know, I remember because I watched this. We go to this big pole that had ice all over it. It said North Pole on it. We're touching. And of course it was interesting because it was in the middle of the summertime.
Water wheel.
Uncle came up for a visit, and he wanted to stay. And Daddy said, "Get him out of here." He'd go over to Joe's and drink, and then he was a bachelor, and he thought all the women were going after him, and he acted silly.
Hey Bobby, what do you think? How old is baby Ricky there? 3.5, 4.5? 3.5. Maybe 4.5.
Is that a goat or a lamb or what?
There were sheep, I think, or goats. Yeah, it might have been goats. Yeah. There was just one where they say reindeer, and they had
That's
this
a
one-
reindeer. That's a kind of deer.
You mean that was a
Yeah.
fawn?
Might have been. Look at this guy. And see, the thing was, we're out there, we're out there petting these guys, and he's got these big horns whipping around. You know, I thought to myself, man, they never have anything like that nowadays. People get whooped. So easy to smack somebody in the head with that
Get out of
thing.
the way.
Oh, look at it. It's a lawsuit waiting to happen. And there's the pole right there.
North Pole.
And there's my great uncle, Charlie. Not my first uncle, Chuck.
Your
My
mother's
great uncle, Charlie. My mommy's
uncle.
uncle. Nana's uncle.
Dasher dancer Donner Blitzen, yes.
So this had to be 1959, huh?
8 or 9, yeah.
It's me and my brother.
Willows.
Front yard. Woodhaven.
What's her name?
Star Lake, New York.
The Woodward girl.
That's Eastman. Kathy
Eastman?
Kathy
I thought
Eastman,
Kathy
right?
was little. I
Kathy
thought that was the
Woodward?
Woodward girl. It was either
I forgot.
Carrie or Judy Woodward.
How do you like this hoop action here with Dad? Tell me.
I don't think you can do that while you smoke a cigar.
Yeah, he was the character.
Yeah, you're right. That's Eastman girl.
Because there's, her brother, which is What?
Jeannie.
Eastman, right?
Keith, yes.
or Kathy.
You're right, that one's cool.
Oh, look at Mommy go. Kicking ass. Way to hoop, Mom. Look at that. Did you see that, Mom? You see some of that hoop action?
Bring it up, Mom, bring it up.
Yeah, she could do it. And, hey, check out the red hat and the red jacket.
He doesn't move his body, he just spins it down.
That's it. But you know
What
what?
if he gave you a dirty look?
You had the same thing. And she said, man, this is my hoop. But that was that was when the hula hoop came out. Just came out. The hottest thing around.
I remember playing football on that.
So that
Right
must,
there.
we'll have to look it up on the internet. But it has to be back in 59, right?
When did we leave?
That's Keith.
It must have been,
No, we didn't leave until 60, till
it must have been at the end of the winter
it could have been
or
fall.
beginning of fall.
Yeah.
Well, it might have been. I see some dead leaves out there, but not that many. Maybe we raked them up.
I remember Keith's face.
Oh yeah, it was fall. Look at that.
That's Mrs. Eastman.
There's a house. Check the car out, man. Was that a Dodge Dart there?
It can't be too, I mean, the trees haven't grown that much since when last we saw it in the winter. Because I remember when we left, those trees were like as tall as a one story. That Eastman. Do something. It's not a still photograph.
I guess you taken still too. Man, that's a good looking kid right there. Dang. There's Ben Check's house.
It's the fall. You can see the leaves. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks pretty. Nice fresh air up
You
there.
have to start raking them up.
Well, we used to rake the leaves all underneath those trees in front and stuff.
Oh, all in the tree yet. They haven't all fallen off yet. So you know
No, we
the
haven't.
car.
Daddy had that one station wagon, company station wagon, and at the plant there was a garage to put it in, and he pulled into the garage and the floor fell out.
The car.
Yeah. That was that first one that looked like wood on the outside.
Yeah, it was all wood.
Next Christmas,
Yeah.
Etch a Sketch,
That's a sketch Christmas.
Mexico Station,
Oh yeah, I remember the Texaco station. That was cool.
the E ashtray,
Yeah.
and the E box.
For the cigarettes. Cigarette box. Yeah. Now showing a little leg in this one. There's baby daddy.
The E cigarette box.
There's young daddy. Oh, that's the e-cigarette box?
Well, just on that table. Eh?
Really?
Yeah.
With the E
Oh,
on
cool.
it.
Yeah.
I put other crap in it, but
I love the e-box.
and there was a matching ashtray.
Yeah. That is way cool, Bobby. We gotta take a picture of that.
Anytime you
There's
had
the TV set. Check the TV
company
set out.
over, you had to have a cigarette box filled with cigarettes for people.
Look, the TV had minimal amount of controls on it. Couple knobs,
No
on
remote
off
control.
volume,
No remote
brightness,
controls.
horizontal, pulse, that was it. There it is. Wasn't a square screen either. Had that kind of oval thing to it. I remember that chair too. It was a comfy little chair. What it was doing in the dining room, I don't know. We used to have the birdie over in the corner of the dining room, I remember that. Our parakeets. Tippy 1, Tippy 2, Tippy 3, Tippy 4. Our first one was a canary. Then we had parakeet, 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 parakeet. I think we had about 4 parakeets doing that.
Yeah.
And the last one
Flew out the
was,
door.
well, he was learning. No, the last one died because he just died. He had some,
I had been painting stuff and
Yeah.
he got into the gold paint.
but that one was getting to the point where he knew how to talk. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, Elton's having trouble with the cork.
Yeah. There we go. These guys. This was the ritual, man. Smoking and drinking, smoking and drinking.
I told you the story about Chris and David. David went to his uncle's place in Pittsburgh.
And you know all this is being recorded. Okay.
Went to this place, and there was a picture that David, the older boy, picked up and said to his uncle, "What's this picture of Chris and who's this broad with him?" And his uncle starts laughing. He goes, "That's not your uncle. I mean, that's not your brother. That's your father, and the broad's your mother." Now I'm looking at this picture, going, "If I lose weight, is this what I look like? Like Alton here?"
Maybe. You remember that pot there? That blue pot? I always thought those things were modern. It's a modern kitchen there.
I remember
Modern.
Georgette Foley.
60s.
One time I had a party, and I had 2 milk bottles that were milk glass, and one said bourbon and one said rye on it, and they both had the same liquor in them. And Georgette said, "I can't drink
Right.
rye." And I took the glass off of her and I threw it away and I gave her the bourbon. She says, "That does taste different." And it's both the same.
Hey, Mommy,
Now,
Kid,
who do these people
we're
are?
at the beach at Murray's.
Dick
Dick Murray's.
Yeah.
Cranberry
What's
Lake.
his name? Dick Murray?
Yeah.
Cranberry Lake.
And what's
Beach.
Mrs. Murray's name?
Lori.
Yeah. That's it.
And what was the name of their campground that they owned?
Cranberry Lake.
No, they don't own the whole lake. They owned this little peninsula, and they had a name for the.
Yeah,
I forgot what it was, but it was just a lodge, and they could you could
They
rent.
rented out houses.
I think you can go on the internet, and I think
They still have them up there,
you can still rent a cottage.
but
Don't know.
somebody else owns it now, right?
And I saw a picture that they have this little beach with the little tree on the end of the peninsula.
Yeah.
I think I saw that on the internet.
And I went up there a couple times and Lori was washing
There's Mommy.
the blankets for these houses. And the water was black. And she's washing them. And they came out of that washer dirty. Ugh.
There's all the Murray kids right there. Remember?
Barely.
I remember the girl. I think she was in a grade just above me or just below me.
But
But they were always, the girl was closer to my age and she was a lot of fun. I forgot what her name is. So. Do you remember the Murray kids' names?
that boy was,
Rick Murray.
yeah, he had gotten into drugs or
Yeah.
stuff. And Lori was terrible. He used to wet his bed. And she said, "I let him lay in it till he gets up in the morning so he knows."
Yeah.
And Dr. Pearson told her to set the clock and wake him up in the middle of the night and take him to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
And she says, "No, I'm not doing that."
Well, she made a big deal out of it. That was a problem.
And
No
she
problem.
made it worse.
Like he
Well, let's talk about
he had it in control.
Let's talk about the picture here. That's the kid right there, and I forgot what her name is.
I should look naked.
Beth?
Was
not
that
Beth
Susie?
Murray. No,
Susie
not
Murray?
Susie Murray? I don't think so. I think something like might be Bonnie or Beth or something.
No, give him the order.
Oh yeah, now back to the baby. You could see that the lens was off because they keep cutting people's heads off all the time.
Smoking a cigarette.
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes and more cigarettes. Out kissing again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you want to get down on video. Get down on video.
There's that little girl with her head cut off. I
Yeah.
remember the face. I can't remember the.
Yeah, but she was a lot
I
of
remember
fun.
I could hear
She
her
was
voice
nice.
even. Yeah.
But there were more than that. There was another younger kid too, and I forgot what that
I
kid.
remember her voice. Her mother. So.
That's Lori.
Yeah. Did she do the artwork? Is she the one that did the paintings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it out there. Pretty neat. There it was.
The old, and those are Adirondack chairs.
Yeah, absolutely. He probably built them too. Down it. That was a fun place to go swimming.
There was a public beach there. There was their beach, and then where Mrs. Rowan worked at the Cranberry Lake Ranger School was there too.
The Ranger School had some property there.
From where you're at, there to the left, 2 miles or some such thing. And
There's where the little tree is out there.
And when Rowan was like 25.
Look at this
bought
picture with
property
the mountains
across
in the
river.
background and stuff, and the trees there. That's a good picture. Look at that. I think she was a year older than me. I'm not positive of it. I think she was a year older than me. But she was a very nice kid, very sweet kid. There's Dick.
You're right. Everybody had a cigarette in their hand.
It was very socially acceptable back then. All the commercials you'd see on TV and everything too. All right, here's that beat. Okay, moving ahead.